you'll see what I mean as I keep reading. It says U.S. President Donald Trump appeared to reflect on his own mortality during a conversation with the four NASA astronauts who embarked on a groundbreaking 6-hour lunar flyby Monday as part of the Artemis 2 mission. Like, hold on, right? So this is how we know all of this is a lie, first and foremost, right? And the reason why is because it don't take 6 hours to fly by the moon. Because the last time they went to the moon, it took way longer than that. So now they're trying to say, this is why you can't believe shit that these people be saying, man. And plus that first moon shit was a hoax. That shit was a hoax. How was you recording yourself landing on the moon? Who was there before you that set up a camera to record you landing on the moon? And then the shot of you leaving the moon, who stayed behind to shoot your ass? Who stayed behind to shoot you to get the shot of you leaving the moon, right? Why is flags flowing on the man? Look, you can't believe these people, as I read before in that Psalms 58:3. The wicked are estranged from the womb; they go astray as soon as they be born, speaking lies. These people are the wicked that the Bible speak of. The Esau Edom, the so-called white man. These people just be lying their ass off, right? It says, the president who made a disturbing sex comment on stage that silenced the alarmed audience held an approximately 13-minute phone call with the crew aboard the Orion spacecraft as they undertook their historic voyage to the far side of the moon, right? Photographing Earthrise for the first time in half a century. Throughout the exchange, Trump commended the crew. And then plus, look, they're not going to the moon. The reason why is because the Heavenly Father, the angels, that's how they would have knocked Esau ass back. They're not gonna allow you to go somewhere and you. First off, the moon is a light. You know what I mean. But regardless of that, they're not gonna let you go and do any of that. Like the angels are not gonna allow you to go and set up your bullshit there when you already done destroyed this place. Anyway, it says compromising of 3 Americans and 1 Canadian for their extraordinary achievement. He said it paves the way for America's return to the lunar surface very soon. It comes after Melania Trump was left humiliated by a screaming kid's 3-word comment as he pointed at her. Anyway, this is why why I was reading this. Because I was like, man, these people just be lying their ass off, right? Like, y'all are not doing none of that shit. Alright? These people making me sick, man. But anyway, another thing that was shown that DJT was saying that he ain't gonna make it, meaning he don't feel like he got enough, he don't have too much time left. He feels that he doesn't have too much time left. So right, and then also they were saying that he would hope that they'll build a future settlement or something like that, or establishment on the moon. And I'm like, what? I'm like, man, y'all motherfuckers. I'm like, may Yahweh Shem Yahushua destroy these people. All right. And I'm looking at this. Yeah. And then on the other news, right? This other news, it says Russia and China block reopening of Strait of Hormuz in dramatic UN vote, right? United Nations vote. Russia and China have vetoed a UN Security Council resolution designed to reopen the Strait of Hormuz, coming just hours ahead of Donald Trump's ultimatum for Iran to lift its blockade of the critical shipping channel or canal or channel. It said, no, this is channel, sluggy. The Bahrain-backed resolution uh, garnered 11 votes in support, with two abstentions and 2 votes against from Russia and China. Both nations possess veto authority on the council, right? So they vetoed this shit. And this can cause some real problems to happen, right? It says following objections from Russia, China, and France, and France is a part of NATO, I believe, all permanent members with veto power on the 15-member Security Council regarding the authorization of military force. The resolution was amended to remove all language pertaining to offensive operations, right? Let's see what they say.
That they are stopping passage of oil tankers through the Strait of Hormuz. Now, no official response from the White House yet on this, just breaking in the last few minutes. But earlier in the hour, a few minutes before this, the president did speak with PBS News, and he was asked why Lebanon was still being hit. He told the reporter Lebanon was not included in the deal because of Hezbollah, but that will get taken care of too. He said it's all right. So brushing off concerns there about Israel continuing to attack Lebanon, although now we know major
and look, they're doing all this so the market can go up and they can make money and all that, right? Because they already know what type of so-called deals that they're going to lie about. Because they're based on their lies is going to dictate how people adjust their prices on the oil and all these other things, right? So if they lie about something, that's when the stuff go all the way down, then they buy up all of the stocks. And then when people realize that it's a lie, the things go all the way back up, the stocks go all the way back up, and then they make a bunch of money from it. You know, that's why they was trying to do like I think it was either the FBI or one of those was trying to do some type of investigation towards Barron Trump, the son of DJT, because he had bought a bunch of stocks and stuff in a certain oil and different oil companies. And, you know, his father being the person who's causing all this fuckery, they like, hold on, this could be a conflict of interest, basically. Like, you are the one who's starting this, and then your son, he's investing in these, he getting money and all that, right? So it's just looking real bad. And ultimately, this is all smoke and mirrors, man. Like, I wouldn't believe nothing that these people say. That's the same thing that was happening 2 weeks ago is still happening now. The Iranian war with the Strait of Hormuz and all that being closed, all that is still happening. As we didn't read throughout multiple news sources that things are whether it's being Russia and China blocking the reopening of the Strait of Hormuz, which they said was a day ago, right? Or whether it be the last one where they said that due to Lebanon going getting hit by missiles from the Israelis, that so they ended up stopping the Strait of. It's just a bunch of shit that keep showing that this is not something that's gonna stop no time soon, y'all. They keep saying peace and safety, but destruction is coming from out of this, right? And that's pretty much what I'm gonna get off this, y'all. And with that, I'm gonna give all honor, glory, and praise unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakakwadash. Shalom, y'all. On to the next one.